Okay, guys, like, seriously, this matchmaking is utterly ridiculous. You need to fix it. Every time I play a game, it's like this kind of thing. Like, okay, the Phantom Assassin and the Queen of Pain. First off, they wouldn't let me solo. I wanted to solo middle, right? For Queen of Pain, she's got an escape. Sure, it's not a very common idea for her to solo the hard lane, but why not? She's got an escape mechanism. But no, she wants to solo middle. The problem with this is they have so many like ridiculous heroes, mostly Chaos Knight. So he stuns me, I'm dead. No two ways about it. Um, you know, props to me for actually getting as many assists as I did deaths with this team that doesn't help me at all, not one bit. Um, Queen of Pain, what does she do? She She types. She types and types and types. She types like, I pick up the rune, right? Because I'm jungling because PA was a total jerk. So she types and types, saying, pick up the rune, don't pick up the rune, don't pick up the rune. Even though I already picked it up, it's already over, and she keeps typing. I'm saying, help me kill this Dragonite, will ya? And she keeps typing, she keeps typing, she keeps typing. I do pretty much all the work, and she just comes in for the kill steal, and instead of actually helping me kill the guy. Okay, and then what else happens? I use Frostbite on a creep in the jungle, and Lifestealer just walks over and takes it. I say, dude, leave it for me. Take the other one if you're gonna share the camp with me. Seriously. Okay, what else happens? Phantom Assassin. At the very beginning, what happens? Um, she's not going to the safe lane with Gyro, which would be great because Gyro could harass while she gets the last hits, right? Sounds good to me. But she's not doing it. She goes to the hard lane, which means we're supposed to be killing the enemy heroes, right? So I tell her that. She obviously then she just ignores me, and I die. I give up first blood, just because she's not doing anything. I'm 1v2. Um, I'm just harassing, and they just roll over me because she doesn't lift a single finger to do anything. So, okay. And she continues to do stuff like that all game long. She's ridiculous. She never tanks at all. Even after getting her Helm of the Dominator. Nope, she's not gonna tank. Um, Chaos Knight stunned somebody. Who cares? Just hang back. Otherwise, that stun might chain on you, right? It must be the same as Witch Doctor's stun. No. Definitely not. What else happens? Uh, Gyrocopter ping. Hey, these guys are low health over here. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go kill them. Lifestealer still jungling, and Chaos Knight sneaks up from behind the trees and kills me. Uh, Even though they're both super low health, I can't actually kill either of them without Lifestealer to back me up. And Gyro, of course, ran all the way back to the base. So I can't fault Gyro for being a newbie, but Lifestealer really dropped the ball there. Um, and then I start noticing he doesn't even know how to use his ultimate. Like, seriously. Or if he does, he's definitely trolling. Um, we're doing a huge push, like at middle, like after me dying like 8 or 9 times or so. And he's like, instead of actually saving his ultimate to save himself in a big old team fight, what is he saving it for? He's saving it for killing creeps. So he uses it to kill a creep wave after I've already tried to weaken it with my first skill, right? So we go top, and then we're like, hey, we gotta take down the tower at top, since we're not pushing middle anymore. Uh, but instead, just everyone starts running away. Like one of them gets low health, like Gyrocopter probably. Um, And then, so I try to save him, and I die, of course, because everyone else retreats, including Lifestealer with full health. Um, and this is just after he had wasted his ultimate. Like, seriously. And then they go and push our top tower. What happens? Seriously, this guy, he doesn't do anything until his ultimate comes up. And he just uses his ultimate on a random creep, and that's it. And he just pops out immediately afterwards. Like, that didn't do anything, pretty much. I mean, if Windrunner was in range, maybe it would have hurt her a little. But it doesn't really hurt the other four strength heroes pretty much at all. They're all so beefy, like Rod of Atos on Timbersaw and a Bloodstone, and so on and so forth. You got Brewmaster just spawning his ultimate, so he's like, yeah, whatever, bro. I mean, get real. This guy, oh, it's ridiculous. And I'm just waiting for the replay to stop being pending so I could actually show it to you. But instead, I just have to explain it through the score screen, and maybe this is for the best. But you can see for the match ID for yourself. I'll spell it out for you if the quality's not clear enough. It's 181919146. Once again, that's 181919146. So, I mean, seriously, wow. Matchmaking does this like almost every single game. I dare say that the only nice player on Dire was Brewmaster. Ugh, like I tell him, okay, I'm getting stunned a whole bunch, so I think I might just have to farm up a Lincoln Sphere. Instead of bothering to try to give me any room for farming up Lincoln Sphere, they straight up tell the opponents, okay, she's planning to buy a Lincoln Sphere, so don't let her farm that up. Like, really? Really, Queen of Pain? You're gonna do that to me? Like, they tried their absolute hardest to lose the Phantom Assassin, the Lifestealer, and the Queen of Pain. And it's just ridiculous. I don't understand why these people are not banned from all team games on Steam. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And they're not the only ones, but whatever ones there are out there, they're just allowed to do it game after game after game after game. And it's just not fun. It's not fair, it's not fun, it makes me not want to play the game ever again. And I mean, there's a good feeling about actually having a good team and working with them. But when you feel like the enemy probably had guys like this on their team, it's a really, really empty feeling. Like, there's absolutely no real competition in the game, and there's just no fun in it because there's no challenge at all. There's absolutely zero challenge. Like, and there are games like this one where it's an absolute impossibility to win. And because these people are allowed to continue to do this, okay, finally, okay, I'm gonna make you guys sit through this. And everyone needs to see just how ridiculously broken the matchmaking is. I did a game a while ago when I stomped, and it was a really good example of how broken the matchmaking is. But this is the other side of the coin. You could say that was heads, and now this is the tails replay. So that was Ricky, and that was actually back when I was using, what was it called? Fraps, right, to record, which is actually kind of really lame. I think this program is a bit better. But anyways, this will show you tails. This is when you're losing. So that first game was pretty much a game that you were not going to lose, and this one is a game where you're not going to win. So like from the beginning, the game's outcomes, it's already been decided. So let's see what happens. Okay, first big chaos. Alright, there we go. I was thinking, Slark would be a pretty fun pick against Chaos. But then they picked the Windrunner, and that throws a monkey wrench in my plans. So I'm like, and then Brewmaster too. I really don't want to have to farm up a Monkey King bar. So, like, they gotta have a really solid lineup because they're using their heads. And not only that, but they're swapping. Like, I don't know, some of that's probably random though. But anyway, well, not the Windrunner anyway, but the Chaos and the Brew were. So he picks up a Dragon Knight, and then their fourth one's also Strength Terror. Happens to be Timbersaw. What happened to the laning? Check this out. Okay, he says he's going to the jungle, which is like, I can understand him wanting to be a tank eater. If he is one, why does he feel like he needs the jungle? Because, first off, enemies are really tough, so you can do a lot against them. You don't need to get, like, extra strong to quickly take out people during your rage time, because it only has 6 seconds of duration, right? You don't have to stress out because you don't have ridiculous disables that are going to be a huge pain for you, in particular, that is, because you're just going to lifesteal them up with their feast. You're direct counter to all of them, so you, the least of anyone, needs to be farming this game. But regardless, he takes the rune, and not only doesn't try to gank this guy with the double damage rune, but he just uses the very limited duration that he has available for it for taking his first creep camp. And on top of it, he chooses the weak one instead of this one. Like, how ridiculously bad can you be? Seriously, that is terrible. Or what else is happening? Alright, look. She's like 2 last hits, and I'm like 1 last hit and 1 deny. They're kind of normal. But check this out. Look, she's not. Look at that. She doesn't care. She just keeps last hitting. She keeps auto attacking this creep. That's all she's doing. She's just auto attacking. She doesn't help me at all. She didn't throw her dagger to slow them down. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't move over there to try to block or anything. And then her response afterwards isn't an apology or anything. She just trolls me. So I just mute her. And I say, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to continue to try to help you out. And of course, she continues to disappoint me. I was probably like the only one that was a normal player. I should have just been in his lane. Things would have been so much better. But it's too late for that now. I would have lost anyways. It wouldn't have been enough. These guys would have made sure we lose. The ridiculous stuff that they did, it wouldn't have even mattered. So she's doing a lot of harassing on this guy while he's trying to get a soul ring. Wow. This guy's really bad. I'm so angry we lost. Wow. If I was solo middle, I would have dominated this guy so hard. I'm not even kidding. It would have been no challenge. Wow. I mean, but they still would have found a way to make me lose. I should have just dual laned with her. Dang. I didn't realize this guy was so bad. Anyway, maybe I really should have checked his inventory. Maybe I should just start doing that at the beginning of every game. I don't think it would have made a difference, but you never know. I don't know. I mean, the main thing was the brew was really good, so he knew how to make sure I died. So even timing his thunderclap and everything, that's great. And then Chaos Knight was pretty good, but Chaos Knight was really bad mannered. So I don't know if Brew and Chaos were in a party or not, but if they were, Brew should probably be ashamed of Chaos manners. But at any rate, what I get the feeling is that basically somebody on Radiant loses on purpose and people in Dire just set them up. Looking at how awful the Dragonite is, I mean, how can I be so sure? Like, is it the case that the two worst players in the game were solo mid this game? Is it possible? It seems like it. I mean, like, she used her ultimate on an illusion way back when, and like just before a huge team fight. And
regeneration.
I mean, I don't know. Is that this kind of thing that newbie players do? Seriously, is it? I guess we need to know. Is it possible for them to be that bad? But honestly, this Lifestealer, the way he used his ultimate was absolutely unacceptable. Like basically everything these three did was just absolutely unacceptable. How do you make mistakes of that magnitude all game long? Just before she killed him, check this out, I want to show you what happened. Alright, I picked up the regeneration rune. She has a bottle. She's like, I have a bottle. And I'm like, okay, but I had no health or mana. I had to regenerate it. I'll keep it in mind for next time. And she just keeps typing, she keeps typing, she keeps typing, she keeps typing. I'm telling her, help me kill this Dragonite. She keeps typing, she keeps typing, she keeps typing. Okay, now I'm gonna fight.
I die with honor.
Alright. So what else happens? She's basically solo and whatever. Let's speed this up because this game is just it's just making me so angry. What else happens? Oh right, yeah. I'm killing Windrunner because I was there, so it was basically three of us. Which is great. I feel like I should have been supporting Gyro this whole time. Instead of, like, I don't even know what I was doing. I was just freaking out. But I mean, I can't lane against two people like this. I would just die. He throws Chaos Bolt on me. She throw a power shot. She's too squishy. You need this hero to go in the solo middle. Otherwise, people don't understand. Crystal Maidens lose games. I beat Crystal Maidens so often, it's not even funny. And it might not always be their fault, but it probably usually is. But what happened to me was not my fault. Because I was trying to do what I was supposed to do, but my allies wouldn't let me. They were forcing me to do what the Crystal Maidens who lose do. And because of that, we lost the game. That's basically the gist of what happened in this game. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. I absolutely can't stand it when people do that. So PA dies. She racked up quite a few last hits. But, whatever. She keeps trying to farm, and I tell her, And it's the hard, and it's the short lane, it's the hard lane, whatever you want to call it. You're supposed to be killing the enemy heroes, not focusing on farming. But she just doesn't get it. She should have been at bottom lane. And just let me take top. Alone. And basically what I would have done is just hug the tower. That would have been a really bad choice. Honestly, Queen should have been doing it. Because she could blink away. Like, actually, that would have been terrible. But, at least I have a really nice disable with a frostbite. She can't exactly blink away all the time when she wants to. Not like Queen of Pain could. Ugh.
Radiant's middle tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So I go to help this tower because it's in trouble. And then they go to threaten the middle tower too. So you should take both towers, right? So Queen of Pain freaks out and overreacts. She runs away. So then these guys jump me. And I don't have any help at all because she's way over here. And she didn't even say a thing.
No.
There wasn't a thing I could do. And by this time, I know the game is clearly over. There's absolutely no way we can win. But I keep trying anyway.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Sometimes I feel like maybe if they are really this new, maybe it is better if you just don't say anything. But I'm trying to help them. But it's like they lose on purpose because they're angry that I'm trying to teach them. I don't know. Why do they do this? I don't even rage at them like other people do. I just say, hey, don't do that, you should do this, and I try to explain why, and they just don't listen. They just do the opposite.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's like they're trying to make the game miserable. And I'm trying to be nice. It just makes things worse, I guess. Like, maybe if I raged at them, it'd be better. But that wouldn't be the right thing to do. That's for sure. I could sure be angry about matchmaking. Because honestly, they should be banning these people from all Steam team games. But they don't. I don't know why. So, I die because Chaos Knight stuns me. Great. And other than that, that fight goes pretty well. But I mean, that's an exception to the rule of how terrible this game was. So, Queen of Pain, there you saw it. Watch out, guys. Sam is gonna have to get a Lincoln Sphere. So then, after I say that it's not fair that she's telling the enemies what he's gonna buy, Brewmaster decides to tell us what he's gonna buy. Be a nice guy, I guess. I don't know why it says BP. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anyway, look at the chart. People might think it's kind of even looking at the kill count. It's definitely not. That's what. Look at that. There was some gold earned. Over 4,000. The reason why there's such a discrepancy in experience earned is only because of the way we were laning. I was roaming to give my allies more experience, and they weren't really utilizing that properly. They didn't tank for me in this fight, otherwise it actually would have gone a lot better. This guy rushed a hand of Midas, and that gives you quite a bit of extra experience, which is fine and all, but it does inflate these numbers here. And at any rate, these guys did have to share the experience. So even though I was dying quite a bit, I was helping make the kills. You know, I have at this point more assists than I do deaths, but my ratio just gets worse and worse as the game progresses. So basically, what we have here is a team that doesn't really help anybody. Look at this guy all by himself, and he's over here, and she doesn't have so much as a town portal scroll. She's nowhere near the fight, and there's still me and him over here. She's got her town portal scroll, but it's on cooldown. So there seems to be no communication. Phantom Assassin isn't telling people, hey, wait, don't fight yet. I don't got my town portal scroll yet. Nobody's even trying.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So, honestly, it's kind of amazing that the game stretches on for even longer than this. It's not even halfway over yet. Even though the game is effectively over 10 minutes ago, it still isn't even halfway over. And you want to tell me this is acceptable matchmaking? Really? So I was telling Phantom Assassin, okay, you know what? You should have farmed way more, and you would have if you'd been in the safe lane, or else if you'd actually helped me kill these guys, then you would have gotten more gold. So, I mean, it's like you're really not doing as well as you should be.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And so that's when she decides, okay, you know what, I'm going to show him wrong. I'm going to go fight now. So there's a little bit of cooperation with her and her mates, just because she's angry with me. So I kind of get the impression that even though it might have pissed off Queen of Pain, if I'd raged at Phantom Assassin, it actually would have helped. At least her, anyway. That's what I meant earlier when I say it's not really the right thing to do, but it honestly, it could have helped in this situation. So, yeah, whatever. I was a nice guy, and I just can't work with people like this. They really depress me, I guess you could say, more or less. So, okay, what happens here? Lifestealer didn't seem to be attacking him at all. Did he, like, not save his stun? I mean, his rage or something? Was that what happened? And he was just stunned? I don't get it. Like, I can understand me dying after Dragonite dies. You know, because Brewmaster's summons are still there. But I died before he died. I get the feeling it's because they were trying to kill steal me. Let's see if I can confirm that or not. Okay, what the frick? He's spamming his ultimate? Seriously? No, go back. Not forward. This Lifestealer is such a huge troll. Look at him. Okay, he's not even in range yet, and he turns on his rage. Okay, pretty much a wasted rage. He's got practically full health, that's what I thought, and uses his ultimate. Just because he's trying to kill steal somebody, maybe? I'm not sure exactly. But he could have, like, infested a creep if he was really worried, which he wasn't. I don't know, what's going on? What's going on? He's not using his rage. He's not. He had it. He had plenty of time to use it, which would have increased his attack speed, and he would have killed Dragon Knight. And he clearly chose not to kill Dragon Knight until I died. Wow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You can't troll harder than this. This is trolling at, like, maximum. I mean, like, this is the worst, in my opinion. Because this is the real plague of matchmaking. In matchmaking, the real plague is not game leavers, game ruiners. I mean, you know, people that just leave the game straight up, like, you know, 10 minutes into the game, you know, because then their team gets a loss, right? That's not the real plague of matchmaking. You know why? Because people don't care. I mean, yeah, they care about that. It's like, it's very blatant. But this, no, people don't care about this. They watch these games, and there's like a replay somewhere. Nobody ever cares. Nobody ever bothers to record the game and just explain it, you know, step by step what happens, showing how terrible these people are, and they're getting some kind of sadistic pleasure out of losing on purpose. That's this life stealer right here. He's getting a sadistic pleasure out of losing on purpose, and it's torture, because you shouldn't have. I mean, it's a game. It should be fun. Like, I shouldn't be sabotaging your whatever you want to do. It's like, what if you were doing a rat race, like in a maze or something, right? And let's say it was like you had this setup where you could like zap the rats with like electricity if you wanted to, like, because they all maybe like had a zap collar or something. So it's not even like they're going into a dead end or anything, and they're like, I don't even know if that would even apply to rats or not, but whatever. The point is this situation is like just zapping the... Okay, these people are all there, obviously. They're all there, and what do? They retreat. There's two brews. There's obviously two brews. So here comes the illusion. And instead of saving it for all those heroes, she uses it on the obvious illusion. Okay, I can get that maybe she's terrible, but why does she do terrible things game after game after game? Why does she never learn? Why does she always troll the ally instead of actually trying to take some advice? She's clearly losing on purpose. She doesn't care. She would rather lose than actually try to win. She's too much pride, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea if that's Lifestealer's issue or not. He never seemed to say anything. I mean, so... And I don't really remember. But Queen, I remember her. Her and PA, they were definitely hardcore trolling me. Yeah. When Lifestealer took my creep, when I frostbite it, he didn't really say anything. So, like... I think he was... Man, I don't know what the deal is, but...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is seriously that Windrunner? Like, what's her issue? Like, come on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
She's trash talking the Queen of Pain, which is fine, but she's making it sound like what she did, she thinks personally it's stupid. It's It's fine. It worked out okay. I mean, the Queen of Pain is terrible. I don't know. I guess she's giving props to the Brewmaster partially, so that's cool, whatever. But I mean, come on, give me a break. Brewmaster wasn't even her solo lane opponent. It was the Dragon Knight. It was terrible. It was an awful Dragon Knight. Anyway, so we've established that Queen of Pain, this particular hero, player, Von Lut, or whatever his name is, he's like one of the worst players ever, and he tries to be bad. And I guess it's maybe just all of his pride. He doesn't want to improve. I guess he thinks he's already a good player. So, and then I guess he enjoys insulting. I don't know. I don't really think so. I think he's straight up like, I don't know. I don't understand. It's like in chess, alright? You move every piece into position for your opponents to capture your piece. You never capture an enemy piece. You just move your pieces into position for the opponents to capture them. And you do that all game long. That's basically what the Queen of Pain is doing. And she does it every single game, doesn't she? I mean, maybe not. But I feel like she just has no clue what she's doing and she doesn't care. She'd rather troll me than actually listen to me and try to take some advice. And Phantom Assassin apparently the same way. The Phantom Assassin is a little bit different. I don't like her MO or whatever. It's like, I don't know what her deal is, seriously, but she's terrible. She doesn't have any sense of what the word teamwork means, I can tell you that much. Like, I'm not even sure if Queen of Pain realizes this is a team game. She must think it's like a free-for-all. Like, everyone try to get the most kills. I think that's what she thinks. Now look at that. If that's what she thinks, she's doing pretty darn good. But, that's not how the game works. It's just not. Yeah, that actually is a pretty safe guess for what PA is trying to do. She's like trying to get not only the most kills, but also the least deaths. That's why they both pick heroes. They're like, oh, I can blink away. Or this one got the blur too, right? With the evasion. No, I mean, it's not good at all. What is he doing?
Something in your eye?
Okay, his timings are all wrong. Yeah, he's awful. But I mean, that's just bad play. So that guy had an invisibility rune. He just popped up out of nowhere.
Radiant's bottom tower is
This
under
game
attack.
Brewmaster activated invisibility rune. And Chaos had the haste stream before that, so I'm great for Chaos.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Anyway, I'd rewind that to see exactly what Lifestealer did more clearly wrong, but I just honestly don't care at this point. I don't think Lifestealer even realizes that his ultimate heals him.
Death.
So, I don't know. He never once used it when he was low on health, as far as I know. But yeah, I mean, ugh, look at this. I've tried 8 times. Oh, that's a lot. What I should have been doing is I should have wised up and actually bought some health. But no, instead I bought boots. I tried to get phase boots so I could run away. You know, for positioning. And I bought wards. Eventually, I did buy up a Sange. But it kind of took me forever, and it was kind of too little too late. It wouldn't have helped, but it would have made my score look a lot better if I like started off by getting like maybe an Urn of Shadows, and then like getting a Chronomicon. We definitely still would have lost, but my score definitely would have been a whole lot better. I didn't realize my allies were going to troll me quite this hard. All game long.
Death comes in.
I mean, you think it would be a simple matter to say, okay, I'm not going to play this hero the same way you see some other Crystal Maiden play it, I'm going to play it my way, and then them accept that, right? Why is that too much to ask? And then these people just don't allow you to play the hero that way you want to. So this Queen of Pain basically purposely lose the game. Like, it wouldn't have even mattered. They would have found a way to lose. The way these guys play. The Lifestealer. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's been going on now? They're gonna push middle, right? I've got a lot more health. And I figured, you know what, maybe this isn't enough. Maybe I shouldn't rush the Halberd. Maybe I should get like an Ograx next. Probably a mistake. I should have been way more careful. Then we push here, take the tower, then we go here. I died here. I shouldn't have. I should have just been a lot more careful and just let somebody else die. And then I could have saved up some gold and definitely bought the Halberd. But it never happened because I bought an Ograx instead. So pop my ultimate from just below Windrunner there. We're able to get the kill on her easily. Okay, got 3 of them without losing 1, so we got some really good momentum here, right? Lifestealer hasn't even used his ultimate yet. So you have a pretty good chance of taking 3 towers in a row at middle, maybe. You probably can't get the racks, but 3 towers in a row would be huge. So let's see if we can do it. Let's see what happens. Really? He just burned his ultimate on a creep wave. If that's not ability abuse, nothing is. So we just take 2 towers and stop. Which I don't understand. But I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like we had momentum on our side. But we would have had to scale the high ground. So it's still reasonable to go top, push that tower instead. Of course, it's also reasonable to do any number of other things. I didn't even understand what they were up to. But I figured, don't you want to wait for Lifestealer's ultimate, Queen of Pain's ultimate? But they're not down with that. So look at that. I have to save this Phantom Assassin from dying, and I end up dying as a result. I have to distract them from her, because otherwise she was definitely going to die. You can't outrun this Chaos Knight. He would have stunned her and she would have died. You can't outrun the Windrunner, and so on. It's just ridiculous. The Phantom Assassin, is... ugh. She should have been tanking back when the enemy's numbers were lower. But... whatever. So he uses his ultimate on nothing. Again. See? Like, he was full health and he used it. I could rewind and show you, but just take my word for it. Like, seriously. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Oh, here it is. Alright, here they come. Here they come. Watch it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, better use your ultimate real quick! If you're on the map, I'll die! No, that's not how the ultimate works. Yep, just... oh. I think he, like, infested his ally. Whatever. It doesn't make any sense. So, the Brewmaster was actually kind of skillful. Because he knows the damage is pretty good for his third skill. And yeah. I mean, I don't think I need to show you guys anymore. This is pretty much it. Phantom Assassin and Queen of Pain all game long, taken for granted, you know, that I could maybe be teaching them if they are even really this bad, which I'm finding it hard to believe. I was never this bad. I mean, maybe I'm just naturally good at video games, but I mean, seriously. If you're not naturally good at video games, maybe you shouldn't be playing a team video game, because it's not fair to the other teammates. Started drinking at 10. You mean 10 minutes in, maybe? Maybe she's right. Maybe I should have committed Windrunner too for being friendly. Whatever. You can't commend people in a replay. I really hate that. I guess I need to focus a little bit more on trying to see the good in games instead of just always being disappointed and depressed, but I can't help it. When your allies are just doing tons of stuff, what's the point of being happy about how nice your opponents are? I did actually commend the Brewmaster, but I didn't particularly notice how nice the Windrunner was being, and at least cracking a joke. I don't know. I mean, when the Lifestealer trolls this hard, it's hard to feel the nerve to even commend one opponent, because I feel like any one of them could be rigging the game, and I just wouldn't know who it is. Like, you could guess, okay, maybe it's the guy that's being really rude, right? But what if that their MO is to be nice and get commends, and that's how they avoid, you know, anyone ever suspecting them of cheating? Then, if you commend them, I mean, the cycle's just going to continue, right? I don't know. But I decided to commend the Brewmaster anyway, so maybe I'm playing it in his hands. I don't know. But I say that I suspect Chaos is a cheater, because he's the one who's like all saying, report this CM for text abuse, please. And shut up. Like, seriously. Like, all I'm doing is explaining that this game was rigged. That is definitely not text abuse. It's doing the right thing. Anyways. This entire game was a joke. And I could show you games of Crystal Maiden where my allies are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Even, I could do Crystal Maiden Suicide Lane. I could do her Safe Lane. Those work. But Solo Mid is the best. But I tried to make Suicide Lane work. It didn't work. Tried to make Jungle Lane / Safe Lane work, and it didn't work. And you know why? Because my allies made sure it didn't work. All game long. So it just goes to show you, matchmaking is like this, and it's ridiculous.